it's always exciting to be here. There's a lot of great people who, support Nick's kids, and obviously Miss Terry does a fabulous job of, helping a lot of people. I think we've given over $10 million and done a lot of other things that, have helped create opportunities for young people and hopefully made the quality of life a little better for them as well. So a lot of great people here, and we're always excited to do this. It's a lot of fun, so I wish you all could join us, but I know how it is when you have, I'm not going to say it.
Did you get what you wanted to get accomplished down in Destin? I know the schedule model is still in process, so just kind of an overview of what went through.
Well, I think, there's probably three main, topics, scheduling being one of them. And I think that's really an issue relative to having two new teams come in the league in 25. So there was a lot of good conversation about it. I think that, no decision was made, but a lot of positive dialogue. Name, image, and likeness is always a big topic for conversation.
That's not Kristen this
That's
time.
two times in a row.
Not Kristen today. So name, image, and likeness is always a big topic, and I think how we put guardrails on this whole process. I think there's been a lot of unintended consequences. I think the concept's great for players. We all want players to do as well as they can, while they're going to college, but still be able to stay focused on, developing careers on and off the field to the degree they need to. So, that's always a huge thing. And then how it impacts, recruiting. And I think, those are some of the topics we always go through, rule changes, and the big rule change this year is probably about blocking below the waist. There's some changes in that, but other than that, pretty status quo.
I think this is the first time we've gotten to talk to you since the transfers came in. Can you kind of talk about a little bit about what they bring, the recent ones that came in?
Well, I really, they came to school on Tuesday. We had a team meeting last night on Wednesday. Today's their first workout day. So other than saying that they're there, and I saw them in the team meeting, obviously we wouldn't have recruited them if we didn't think they could, help our team in some way, because, we're still always trying to develop our team with good young players in the program. And if we're going to take guys out of the portal, they're guys that we think can, impact and affect the team immediately. And, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes this summer, how those guys develop, learn, grow in the system. But we're hopeful that they'll all, add some value.
In terms of the Harrell and Kitzelman individually, what do you see, like when you were decided to bring them in, what did you see about each one of those?
Well, Tyler Steen has started, lots of games in this league. Harrell was a big play receiver for, his team. We thought we could use somebody that could add that. We added a tight end from junior college that was, adds depth to that position. Who else that wasn't there in the spring?
I think that's, you hit them all. Yeah.
Were all the guys that you were able to sign this recruiting cycle, were they able to get on campus, all your freshmen?
Everybody's here.
Okay.
Yep.
Coach, you've hired a number of assistants from the NFL. Going forward, do you think attracting assistant coaches to come from that league could be more difficult because of the environment of NIL and the portal?
No, I think that people don't look at those circumstances when they're making professional decisions. This is just my opinion. I think if they think they can create value for themselves and accomplish the goals and aspirations that they have professionally, they're going to continue to make those decisions based on the best opportunities professionally. But and look, there's always been adaptations and changes that we've had to make in college football. They have to make them in the NFL. They have to make them in the NBA. And those circumstances are all things that you have to adapt to. And I'm sure that we got a lot of good people trying to create opportunities that are going to be beneficial to players, but also keep a competitive balance. in college athletics, and there'll be transparency in what people are able to do, and how we can not allow this to be something that gives people opportunities to create advantages for themselves that are beyond the competitive development of players.
As you evolve with NIL, do you guys have specific programs in place to kind of bring the education and awareness to the team as a whole, so they can kind of have a better understanding of how to operate under that?
Yeah, we're doing that relative to whether it's agent education or whether it's name, image, and likeness, opportunities, whether it's how they have to pay taxes on the money that they make and things like this. So all those things are, educational things that we try to make sure our players have a good understanding of.
This story I thought was hilarious from Outkick the coverage this morning. A high school LSU fan somehow finds his way through security at SEC Media Days and tells you he'll give you $5,000 if you be the LSU coach. Can you tell us about that?
It was.
Is that how it went?
He made an offer for me to retire.
Oh.
Or come back to LSU, one or the other. But I think LSU has a good coach. They have a lot of good players, so we've had a lot of competitive games with them, and I'm sure there will be no different in the future when it comes to competition versus LSU.
Guys, we're past time. He's got a quick one on Terry Jones, Coach, and we'll go.
Coach Terry's been around for 30-some-odd years. What has he meant for the program? Coach Terry Jones, strength and conditioning.
Terry has great relationships with players. I think that's always something that's really, really important, even more important now with, the new culture that we have, in college athletics. He's always made a huge impact, with the players relative to his knowledge and experience, and he's always been a great guy to have around.
Thanks, Coach.